Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It's the Sports View with the crew. I'm Glenn Allgood.
I'm BDT.
BDT, what's good with you, man?
What's up, man?
All right, look like you cold, bro.
I'm sleepy.
Man, thank you, man, for helping us out, man, on a Friday.
Good, no problem. Subbing for the great brother Jarrell, and
yeah, he's on assignment.
He is on assignment. We don't know what he's going to come back with, but he's on assignment.
I know, right?
he's on assignment. Listen, folks, listen to us right here on Inspiration 1680 WOKB. You can watch on the WOKB Radio Facebook page. You can follow us on Twitter at WOKB 1680 Sports. On Instagram, WOKB 1680 Sports _view. Got the great Glenn Allgood here on today. We've got top stories. Talk about last night's NFL, of course, and then we also got the NBA. Of course, we're going to talk about the NFL. We got the NBA. We've got the baseball MVPs that were handed out on yesterday. And then these boys from South Florida keep getting in trouble. AB is back in the news again. We asked the great Glenn Allgood to call a meeting in his hometown of all athletes, but
you all did. I remember that.
That you didn't get that done.
I don't know what happened.
You didn't get that done. But let's jump into it, man. Let's jump into it. Last night in the NFL, we had the Falcons versus the New England Patriots. Why are you laughing, man?
Because of the video. Because of the video that you said. What do you mean? Why am I laughing? This is why he's got the moniker, the gentle smart aleck. Because he just sent me and Jerome. What's that lady's name? The comedian, Miss Pat. Oh my God, she's scraping an Atlanta Falcons decal off of her car with keys.
Listen. I have no control over what Glenn.
Oh, it's hilarious.
On the air, just like they have no control over what I send them off the air. But last night, Patriots 25, Falcons 0. The Falcons get shut out at home. Mac 10, Mac Jones, I call him Mac 10, 22 of 26.
Oh my God. What do you mean you call him Mac 10? You didn't even like him. You didn't even like him.
I didn't dislike him.
I call him Mac 10.
I didn't dislike him. He just wasn't my guy.
No, because he was in the SEC, did the Gators bad.
Listen,
when y'all put, I told y'all he was a good quarterback.
We should have beaten. We hung with them in the SEC championship, and they just scored 20 points. It was Mac Jones versus Kyle Trask. We were going touchdown, and then we kicked the field goal, and they kept scoring touchdowns. So see, the difference is he's not my guy. I don't necessarily dislike him, but I'll give him a nickname. He's Mac fan. He's Mac fan. So, but Matty Ice was 19 of 28 for 53 yards and 2 touchdowns. How do you get shut out at home, Glenn Allgood?
I have no idea. The Falcons seem like they are in a free fall right now. Every year this happens to them. Sometimes they're able to right the ship, and then other times they're not. For the past 2 games, they don't look like the Falcons that had played in maybe, week 11 or so? Week 11. And a couple of weeks ago, they looked good. A couple of weeks ago, they looked like they could be a contender. And maybe it's 3 weeks ago. And now they stink. And then it just goes to show you that you can never count Bill Belichick out. You can never count Bill Belichick out. He jettisoned your man Cam, and Cam, did you see where Cam found the Lord in Carolina? Did you see it, Bishop? Did you see where he found the Lord?
Can we stick to the script?
Cam is back. So they jettisoned. Now we see why they said Cam Newton. Here's the door. Mac Jones is bad.
Here's the thing.
Mac Jones is bad, and I told you and Jarrell that he was bad because he was from Alabama. You guys said he was a shiny thing. I know.
Here's why I asked Brother Jarrell, Greg Glenn Allgood to stick
What's
to the
that?
script, is because if you let Glenn talk about Cam too long, he's going to eventually get to Cam's hair. And Cam's hair has nothing to do with anything.
You can't lead with that hair. You can't lead with that hair.
You can lead.
Can't lead with that hair. Can't. Nobody will take you serious.
Jay-Z's a billionaire with that
Oh
hair.
my God. But that's different.
How is that different? He's leading.
Man, Jay-Z went. Wow, Jay-Z looks like a Steel Pulse album or something. Y'all in a brick house, y'all.
That's awful. That's awful.
He does. That was bad.
You're mimicking, and it's
no.
You have this. It's a mutt.
That was great.
It's a mutt. It's mixed with all kinds.
That was great. You know it.
I mean, it's you're African, you're Jamaican, you're Caribbean. All of those fake accents.
It's Creole.
And none of them sound.
And that's why you're so brilliant. That's why you have the brilliant Bishop Derek Triplett, because you just described and defined the word Creole.
But you don't sound Creole.
It's all everything together.
You don't sound. I've hung around a lot of Creoles. You don't sound like them. But nevertheless, Josh Rosen got in the game last night, and he.
How about that?
Felipe Franks got in the game last night, and he threw an interception. Yeah. It may be the first time in history that 3 NFL quarterbacks off the same team all came in the game and threw an interception. Are they as bad as? Because I haven't really watched them. Are the Falcons as bad as they looked last night?
No, they're not. Not at all. The Falcons are not as bad as they looked last night. That's why I said, for some reason or other, they're on their annual slide. Maybe it's a good thing that they're getting it out in
they're not going anywhere.
Yeah,
they're not going anywhere.
Oh boy, you asked me. They're a good team. They can be a good team. The Falcons can be a dangerous team. Why do you think they were picked for a national telecast on the Thursday night? The Thursday nights that you don't like?
Because Thursday night football is egregious. It's terrible. And the NFL can never say they care anything about the health and welfare of its players.
Oh, yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Egregious.
It's great.
Egregious. Just like Miss Pat said, the Falcons don't care about their fans. The NFL does not care about its players at all. At all.
Miss Pat made my stomach hurt laughing so hard.
But also last night in our top stories, Golden State Warriors came from 13 back to beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. Steph Curry with 40 points on last night, 20 points in the fourth quarter.
What is going on?
What do you mean what's going on?
What is going on with Steph Curry?
He's Steph Curry.
Does he need to be tested or something? What is going on? Steph Curry is playing out of his mind.
And you don't like it.
I love it. I take it back. Yeah, because he's not soft. He's red, but he ain't soft.
He never was soft. And this is the guy that calls Jarrell and I xenophobes. But
that's how I grew up in Miami.
Glenn is the president of the anti-light skin boy club. He doesn't like the yellow boy.
Yeah, y'all stick to being lover boys and stuff.
He doesn't like
singing and stuff. We'll get on the field.
There, before before he met, the lovely Angie, I'm thinking there's somebody in high school, some yellow boy,
with
yellow
good
boy
hair.
took this girl.
With good hair, yeah, with that good curly soft hair, the baby hair, Bishop. All he had to do was brush it back.
Some yellow boy with Al B. Sure hair took his girl.
That's right. That's why whenever I used to get a chance to pop them, pop.
You just Glenn
on the field, on the field. We're hitting hard. We're hitting hard. I'm boxing out.
Glenn is a great Christian man, but he looks like in high school he was the kind of guy that would just walk up to people and steal on them.
We used to want to, but we didn't do it.
You didn't do it.
We didn't do it.
Last night also, or yesterday, in baseball, and baseball is Glenn's sport. He played shortstop and second.
I played second base and third base.
Second base and third base.
Yeah, second and third.
Now, let's deviate for just a minute, because that shows some talent. Normally, short, you can switch from short to second, or short to third. You normally don't get second baseman shifting to third. Different sides of the field, two different ways to play. How did you do that?
I had to, and I had the athleticism to do it. It was, when you're playing. This was Little League. I didn't play baseball.
The vision is so different.
It is.
I play second base. That's why I know.
It is.
I play second and short. The vision is so different.
It is. And it's a long throw from third base, man. And the throw's different too. So yeah, but I mean, I was able to make the move over because that was good, and I learned. But I was a good listener, and I was all about technique, and I used to watch the best. So.
And then he was
Ozzie. Do you remember Ozzie? Huh?
Then he got mad because he had great technique, but the bigger and stronger boys made it.
I know, right? No, it happened. It happened for me. One, I was around 15 or so, and I stole home plate. It was an all-star game, Bishop. Thank you very much. I stole home plate, and I was turning around. Everybody, and going to the dugout, and the first baseman, the throw was long. He tried to make a throw to home plate, an errant throw, and he hit me in the mouth. He hit me in the mouth.
This was in Little League or high school?
Yeah, this was right before high school. And from then on, I got the ball shot.
I want all of our listeners to know, we got a couple on Instagram, and those are listening on the radio. The great Glenn Allgood turned. Can I give your age?
Yeah.
The great Glenn Allgood turned. He doesn't look it. It's amazing. He turned 60 years old a few weeks ago. The great Glenn Allgood turned 60 years old. I'm 54. He looks much better than me. But watch this. Be very clear that no matter how old a black man gets, he will remember who stole his girlfriend in high school, and he will remember his Little League plays. It doesn't matter how old we get. We are going to remember that dude who stepped up to our girl, and we're gonna remember
Little
League in high school.
I was the snow cone king. Because if you hit home runs, you get snow cones and hot dogs, bro.
Man, there was nothing like a cherry snow cone in the middle.
Okay.
There was nothing like a cherry snow cone. And we didn't care. There was no sanitation, because we stuck our finger in it to beat down the ice. It was crazy.
Oh man, we grew up good, Bishop. I'm telling you.
We grew up well. Listen, in Major League Baseball yesterday, Shohei Ohtani was the unanimous AL MVP. Bryce Harper won his second MVP in the National League. Did the Baseball Writers Associations in the AL get it right?
With Shohei Ohtani?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I've never, and he harkens back to those days where you had pitchers who could hit.
Right.
You have pitchers who could hit and hitters who could pitch and do everything.
Right.
Shohei, he's a throwback, and he's for
You
real.
would never think that would happen in today's Major League Baseball, to have a hitter
Right.
and a pitcher. Now, it wouldn't be me if I didn't do this. So I have to ask a question.
What's that?
With all of the pub that Shohei got this year, if he was white American, and not Asian, how much publicity would he have gotten? He got a lot. But how much publicity would he have gotten if he was Cody Walker from Kenosha, Wisconsin?
Oh God, why Kenosha? Why Kenosha, bitch? God,
I'm sorry.
It's so crazy that you say that, because just fleetingly that passed through my mind, that same notion, Shohei Ohtani, and we've not seen something like this since Babe Ruth, since the Bambino, and that was before yours and my time.
Right.
This is black and white baseball we're talking about. Babe Ruth was a pitcher who could hit, and we've not seen anything of Shohei Ohtani. And I remember when they said he was coming, and I remember when they were hyping him, I was like, yeah, right, sure. Dude is every bit of it. He's the real deal. And unfortunately, what you're asking me, there's something to that, and you may be hitting on something, but you and Jarrell always, come on.
Let me ask this question again. Let me ask this a follow-up.
Haven't seen that since the Bambino.
Let me ask a follow-up question. For Shohei Ohtani to do it in today's baseball, then why isn't this year, not career, but why isn't this year considered a greater feat than Babe Ruth?
Wow. That's a good question. And yeah,
it's baseball in 2021. So the pitchers
pitch harder. Yes, the mound is. They raise the mound and everything. Yeah, and so it is a greater feat because it's 2021, for Christ's sake. Yes, the athletes are bigger, better, and stronger. And yes, they are really, really good at what they're paid to do. And so it just goes to, it's just America. And hopefully we'll get it right. And hopefully he'll get his shine out of this. Hopefully he'll cash in off of his MVP status. Hopefully,
for Bryce Harper in the National League, does this kind of comeback, put him back, because he was considered, going to be, he was up there in the high echelon of players, and then he got the big contract in Philly when he left Washington, and he hadn't had an opportunity. He hasn't been healthy, hadn't had an opportunity to live up to it. Is this a big comeback? And does this reestablish Bryce Harper as one of the upper echelon players?
It does. That's what it says. And we always knew that he would be. Unfortunately, he was injured, and baseball injuries are tricky. And you play every day,
Yeah.
Sometimes twice a day. So yeah, Bryce Harper is a baseball player. He's the definition of a baseball player: running, hitting. He can do it all. Defense. Bryce Harper's a baseball player.
We go to South Florida. AB Antonio Brown's in the news on yesterday. We asked Greg Glenn Allgood to have a South Florida meeting and get his South Florida people together. It hasn't happened yet, but he is in the news because his former chef told the Tampa Bay Tribune that AB allegedly showed him a fake vaccination card.
Can you believe it?
And Bucks have come out and responded and said that AB is indeed vaccinated. Two questions. One, who do you believe? Two, why doesn't AB just pay the help so they will stop coming after him?
I don't know. I don't understand. Yesterday I was inside of a mobile paying for my stuff, and at the checkout they have these little plastics that you can put your card in, your vaccination card. I was like, wow. Yeah, I was like, little cottage industries that came from the shop. So I'm saying, wow. And Drina, we were talking the other day, and she was like, mine is already worn out, so you can't see my name on mine. And I hadn't even pulled mine out. I pulled mine out. Same with mine. My name is
Why don't you just take a picture of it?
Well, now I see that. But so this is what I'm getting at. I'm trying to help AB out. Maybe he got because this happens, and it's common that your names wear out. Maybe he took it upon himself to get another one. And then therefore it wasn't fake. It was his version of a replacement.
That's your story.
No, is that working? That's not working for you?
No.
That's not working for you?
No.
Come on, Xavier. He's on the comeback. He's been staying at Tom's house. He didn't mean it. You see how I put the
Here's my advice. Here is my advice to all persons. Pay your people.
Let me know, call me.
Pay your people. If you are a millionaire, you have a chef, pay your people well.
Yeah.
The people that are under your employ, especially if they're in your house, because that becomes very personal. They see stuff, they know stuff. You've got to pay your people. Let me show you the difference in loyalty that paying your people will get you. This isn't the first time that this chef has come out and said something concerning AB. The chef keeps popping up. Now that's one level. Here's another level of loyalty. Barry Bonds trainer went to jail on 3 or 4 different occasions.
Oh, I remember that.
Like a year and a half.
Yeah.
And to this day,
wow,
Brother Man is like, I don't know what y'all talking about.
I remember that. I remember that well.
I don't know what y'all talking
Brother
about.
Man was down. Wasn't he down?
It's like,
damn.
Don't know. Pay.
I remember that.
Be nice to them. Don't be condescending and all that. Pay your people. Be nice to them. This chef is mad at AB.
So you're saying it's AB's fault?
I am saying that there's just a way you got to treat people if they're going to be loyal to you. That's all I'm saying. There's just got to pay your people. And I don't mean this in any condescending way, but AB keeps having trouble with quote unquote help. Movers, chefs, trainers. It's like, so you don't treat the help well. You don't. What is y'all need a meeting. Y'all need a meeting in South Florida for your athletes. Y'all need a meeting because they do some unwise things. For example, it is unwise for Lamar Jackson to be playing without his contract extension. It is unwise. It is y'all need a meeting. I don't know when y'all need a meeting. Listen, it's 10:29 in the city, beautiful. It's the Sports View. We've talked a little bit about the Patriots and Mac 10 last night.
Man,
I call him Mac 10.
I do. I like that.
And we've talked a little. Great game. Matty Ice looked like Matty Water. He wasn't ice last night.
He wasn't
ice last night.
Was bad.
A couple things we got coming up. We've got NFL coming up. We've got some big matchups coming up this week. We've got the NCAA coming up. Got one big matchup this week. We'll talk a little bit about Ohio State, Michigan State, but let's get to the NFL. We've got some big matchups this week, and let's start off with the one that I'm so sick of them talking about already on ESPN, and that is the Kansas City Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys. And so, everybody, this is Dak versus – no, it's not Dak versus Mahomes. It's
what do you bill it as then? I mean, if it's not Dak versus Mahomes,
it's Dak versus the pitiful Kansas City defense, and it's Mahomes versus the Dallas defense that's been playing better. Sports talk, whoever wins this game, it does not show who was the better quarterback. Whoever wins this game shows who had the better defense. So, what do you see coming up? Is Mahomes going to be disciplined enough to not try to go for all the big plays, or do you see this as a shootout?
Wow.
And if it's a shootout right now, unfortunately, the Cowboys might win.
Wow. It's funny that you say, is he going to be disciplined enough? Because I think, this year when what was working the previous years before ain't working this year, people was like, Kansas City's broke. Where do you start fixing it? It's Patrick. Everybody's going, ooh, right. Patrick. Because he's not getting it done outside of the numbers. He almost looks like Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson and Patrick Mahomes are kind of having the same year. And so
Russ has had a broken finger.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. Everybody that's watching and listening, yes, you do. Everybody that's watching and listening knows what I mean. So Russell's game.
What do you mean, great?
They've had similar games. They have similar games where both of them are known for making plays outside of the numbers, and they're not making those plays. Tyreek Hill is not getting open like he was, and Kelsey seems to be the only consistency there, Travis. And so, and they don't have a running game to speak of. It's not good. It's not good. So Kansas City is trying to find themselves, and coming up against a great Dallas defense. I don't know what's wrong. Dallas is good. They're 8-2. What is wrong with you? When it comes to, and everybody on the Sports View with the crew, this is the other joker. You guys seen the one joker on Monday, the homers that I don't know when it comes. They're great sports analysts, but when it comes to certain teams, they are irrational. This team is DDT's kryptonite. He cannot see past his disdain for them. This is a good team. They're 8-2. They have a good defense. What's that boy's name? His brother, Trayvon Diggs. Oh my God. This is a great defense. They knock heads. They're ball hawkers. Yeah. This is a good defense. And so it's going to be a test. And yes, it's going to be which quarterback wins, because Dak hadn't had to, he hasn't been shining as of late either. But if he puts together a good game, yes, it will be Dak over Patrick. How can it not be? Everything falls on the quarterbacks. The quarterback position is the most important position on the field, Bishop Triplett.
First, giving honor to God, who is the head of my life.
Oh, my God.
I thought I would throw the church in there because you are a victim of the church disease. The black church disease is that we throw superlatives out all the time.
Oh, my God.
All stuff great that's not great. Oh, she's such a great singer. She all right. She's not great. Oh, that was a great service. It was good. It wasn't great. You have called the Dallas defense a great defense. No, they are an improving defense who are now good because
they're playing great.
But that pitiful Dallas defense of last year does not become great in a year. That is the church disease. We say everything. Oh, she's, especially church dance ministries. Most church dance ministries are not great. It is all hands and faces. Dance involves feet. And most church dance ministries are hands and faces. I'm hoping as we all go back.
People are going to get you for that. They're going to remember you for that. Nobody's coming in your church. Nobody's coming to the Hope to dance for y'all because you just said
when they come, they don't dance. It's hands and faces. And when dance ministries and churches come, I just look down at their feet to see kind of brother with a plie, a releve, a jump, a pointed toe.
Ain't nobody plie and relevant.
So don't call it church dance. It's not praise dance. It's praise face and praise arms. But I digress. Here is the issue. They're not great. They got some great young players.
They do.
Parsons playing well. Diggs playing well. They are an improving defense. They are not great.
And then Dak Prescott will earn his pay once again this Sunday.
He's playing well.
Yes.
He's playing well. He's playing well. Also, we got Packers, Vikings. Aaron Rodgers is dealing with some kind of toe issue.
That's manufactured. That's manufactured. They're trying to get your sympathy now because he was last week. He was so smug, so conceited, so full of himself,
and
that his image has taken a hit. His image has taken a hit.
This is the guy that just talked about Jarrell and me with subjectivity about people and teams we don't like. He be very clear. He does not like Aaron Rodgers. He does not like Aaron. Glenn doesn't like smug people. Glenn is such a nice and kind person.
Right.
He doesn't like smug people. And he does not like Aaron. So you are saying the man hasn't practiced in 3 days. You're saying that this is manufactured.
Yes, it's manufactured. They're holding him out. He knows the playbook backward and forward. He doesn't need to practice. You know that. And so to make it look good, this is all for the camera and all to repair his broken image, his tarnished image. He was a liar. And then he came back like he was the smartest person in the room, Bishop. A part of his DNA. A part of his DNA doesn't agree with something that they got in the shot. Are you kidding me?
It was awful, yeah.
Yeah.
He went bad to worse.
Yeah.
Your Dolphins have the jet.
Thank God. Thank God. You know, there is a God. He looks out for us, Bishop. When we need it, ain't he on time? He's an on-time God, Bishop. He's an on-time God. Yes, he is. Yeah.
You got with you all playing the Jets. You got Dottie Peoples with her French roll on.
Right.
You got Dottie with her French roll.
I love Miss Dottie, by the way. Hey, Miss Dottie. Yeah. Miss Dottie and her French roll. He's an on-time God. Yes, he is. We need this one. And not only do we have the Jets, but oh my God, what's his name?
Flacco is starting.
Joseph Flacco. Joseph Cement Feet Flacco is coming. Oh my God, he is a stationary target at best.
You better go to no digital online for you on Sunday. You better go to church Sunday. God has blessed y'all so much. You better go to
I know,
church.
right?
You better go to church. You better be in the building on Sunday. No point and click in your pajamas and none of that. No, with y'all got the Jets. You need to go to the church house
That's funny.
and give God some thanks. And
That
some
was funny.
praise.
I do.
You need to go.
I do. Do you know how many other Christians need to do that as well?
That's true. Interesting. Now, I want to hear your take. Interesting matchup this week in the AFC. Colts Bills. What's your view?
That's going to be a nice game. These are two young, hungry teams, very well coached. And it looks like Carson Wentz has made a comeback in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
And the Colts may be catching the Bills when they're vulnerable, because the Bills didn't look like the Bills last week at all. And they got
you're the king of the Josh Allen fan club.
I am.
So is he gonna bounce back this week?
He probably will, but you can bet that the Colts saw what happened to the Bills last week, I'm sorry, and will use what was that? Who beat them, Bishop? The team that San Diego.
Yeah.
They'll see what San Diego did to them and Justin Herbert. And that
was 2 games ago, because we beat the Chargers last week, but it's 2.
Okay, yeah. So anyway, Josh Allen needs to be who he is to win this game, and it's going to be interesting because the Colts have a strong team and they're playing good football.
Okay, the last one I got, the last matchup, NFL matchup, I got to get your view on is your favorite quarterback and his Tampa Bay Buccaneers have been slipping lately. They lost to the Washington football team on
I don't know how you do that.
I
don't know how you do that.
NFC East, and they've got the Giants. Now we talk about kryptonite in the Super Bowl. The Giants have been Tom Brady's kryptonite. Tom Brady, Danny Dimes. What's going to happen on Monday night?
The Giants will revert back to the Giants of old, just like Cinderella when she came back at 12 o'clock and the mice were the pumpkin reverted to mice and all that kind of stuff. She had on a tattered jacket. That's what's going to happen to the Giants. Tom Brady has taken a look at what's gone wrong these past 2 games, and we all know that he's good at riding the ship. And the Bucs will look like the champions that they are against the Giants. Watch what I tell you.
All right. In today's culture, you mentioned Cinderella. In today's culture, would that shoe be a Balenciaga or a Tim?
Probably a Balenciaga. Probably a Balenciaga. Yeah. Those are nice shoes, bro. That leather is nice.
Overrated.
Italiano.
Overrated. Yeah. Listen, we've got one big game in NCAA this week. We've got number 4 Ohio State, which Glenn does not like. He does not like.
No, ever since they cheated on the Canes, they took one of our championships.
He does not.
You saw that game. They cheated on us.
How did they cheat?
They cheated on us. They took away I think it was a touchdown they took away in that game, and then they broke our guy's leg. Willis McGahee. You remember that?
I remember when
broke Willis's leg.
How was that cheating, though?
You can't hit like that. You know? See, back during now that would have been called targeting. Oh man, they bent Willis up.
Yeah. Ohio State versus Michigan State. And I want to talk about, I didn't put this on the rundown, but I do want to talk about this to show you how negatively conditioned we are as Black men. Michigan State's coach, I can't call his name right now, but he's a brother. and he is up. He used to be a Nick Saban assistant and all of that. Matter of fact, he was on Saban's staff, I think, as a grad assistant when Saban was at Michigan State. But after beating Michigan earlier this year, he is up for a 10-year extension where he will be the second highest paid coach in NCAA, right behind Saban. And when I heard that, I was excited, but then I got afraid for him as well.
Why?
Because it came out, you're talking about a 10-year contract at Michigan State. And it came out that the bulk of the money of the contract, this is like a $95 million contract, 10 years over, $95 million over 10 years. And it came out that the bulk of the money is coming to fund his contract is coming directly from boosters. And I know how boosters are. And I know how.
You mean fickle?
Yeah, and Black coaches are always on thin ice. And he better sign that contract today.
Yeah.
Because if he loses to Ohio State on Saturday,
after already having lost to Michigan.
He beat Michigan.
They beat Michigan?
Michigan State beat Michigan.
They did, that's right. Okay.
Mel Tucker. I knew it would come.
Mel Tucker. Okay.
Mel Tucker. We live in a culture, or as a Black man, I have to be afraid for a Black man who's getting ready to get paid $9 million a year. That's not right. That's just not. Why do I have to be scared for a Black man who's getting ready to get paid $9.5 million?
A lot of people, and there are those who wouldn't understand your fear. But I do.
You get me?
Yeah.
It's like, man, I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. But it's 2021. Pretty soon it'll be 2022. And that means that we need to transition. We need to think differently.
Glenn.
We need to think differently, Bishop. We need to move. Yes.
It's 2021. Okay. It's
come on.
It's 2021. And 3 things have happened this week that have gutted me. 1, we Black men go assassinate another Black man while he's buying cookies. Young Dolph, the rapper in Memphis. So that's on television. You cut on another. That's
crazy.
Channel.
That's crazy. But that was the lifestyle that Young Dolph preached about in his art, in his stuff, man. That was,
You turn the channel.
All right.
And you've got a judge blatantly.
Oh my God.
Blatantly trying to get this young 17-year-old police wannabe killer off. So then you turn the channel and you've got a prosecutor trying to ban Black preachers from the courtroom.
That's what he said.
And not only that, the assailants, they hunt a guy down and then try to claim self-defense. What? So when you say it's 2021, I say I'm still scared for Mel Tucker.
Okay.
But take the money though, Mel.
Take the money, Mel.
Take the money.
Secure the bag, Mel. Secure the bag. He's a good coach too.
He's a good coach. And
those boys play for him at Michigan State.
Secure the bag, Mel.
Secure the bag, Mel.
Listen, speaking of security, or may I say insecurity,
This is what you.
what does the
Hello?
great, I can't wait, the Magic beat the Knicks the other night, and we're looking forward to that. Second time they've beaten the Knicks in Madison Square. Of course, that's the home of Cole Anthony, and so he plays very, very well at home. But speaking of security or insecurity, I've been waiting all show, and I don't know if you and Jarrell talked about this on Monday or Tuesday, but I didn't hear it. What is your take, Great Glenn Allgood, on, and I'm going to use an all good word, on the spoutings of one Scottie Pippen?
Oh my God. Hold on, let me turn the fan off. Man, I don't. Is it me or is Scottie petty?
I think it's past petty. I think Scottie is in pain. I told Donovan, I said, I said, you got to remember, and I don't want to turn this into making changes or be even better, but you got to remember that the last dance happened on top of everything he was experiencing with his ex-wife. So I think for the last dance to include his negative moments,
yeah,
I think and then he's got this book coming out. I just think you see two things: a man who's trying to sell a book, and then two, a man who's hurt from multiple stimuli is just at the top. I mean,
yeah.
His wife has taken him through the ringer.
And then he's not he's estranged to the greatest basketball player of all time. Everybody knows Michael Jordan. And people were maybe it's second banana syndrome or something. Huh?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Second fiddle syndrome. And Scottie, instead of prospering off of it and chilling in Michael's wake, he's nervous about it. You know what I'm saying? Just chill, bro. Chill and continue to play the role. Chill. It's going to be all right, Scottie. Chill and continue to. What is he selling? Brandy? Cognac?
Everybody can't.
What's he selling? Is it brandy?
Play second chair and do it well.
But still,
but here's the thing.
And Scottie's hair is not that black. Scottie's hair is not that black. You saw it?
What?
Okay.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. But he's got to chill out and roll with the flow, because everybody can get paid, Bishop.
But
if that's your goal.
Here's the thing. He's got to sell these books. And without this narrative, that book was probably not going to go anywhere. Without these.
Okay. And so
buying Scottie's book, except people like me, really, really true basketball fans.
I'm going to buy it.
Yeah, but we're sports people,
right?
But that won't make it that wouldn't have made it a New York Times bestseller. But now people like drama, so they're going to now go buy his book because they like drama.
So this was manufactured.
The book, but he just sold out his relationship in order to sell a book, and that's not cool. But then the other thing is that there are no facts. Let me ask you this. Donovan and I had this discussion. What's Scottie Pippen's signature historical highlight?
Walking off the court. Hey, what's going on, Bishop? Walking off.
So
when Tony
historical positive highlight, winning shot, it doesn't exist.
Right.
It doesn't exist. Let me ask you another question. Player to player. Let's talk about small forwards. And I like Pippen. He just needs to stop this, but I think he's doing it out of pain. I think you just were experiencing a black man in pain and a black man who's selling a book.
Okay, that's good.
Scottie Pippen versus Tracy McGrady. Who's the better player?
Scotty.
Are you out your mind?
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Scotty all day long. Scotty all day long from the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff.
He went to Central Arkansas.
You know, I was almost there. Scottie Pippen, inside moves. No.
Your mouth that he was a better player than Tracy
I like T-Mac. You see, and this is where you and Jarrell, because y'all are super ultra homers, you can't say Scottie Pippen was the greatest small forward ever.
You are
right behind Michael. Right with Michael. He was up. Michael. Can you imagine having to? He was a two guard. But can you imagine having to match Michael's play? And Scotty did it night after night after night. Bishop, they went 72-10. They went 72-10. The only team to ever go 72-10. 6 championships. The great Chicago Bull dynasty.
Glenn.
Night after night, you would have to match Michael's play. And Scotty did it.
Glenn, I'm going to give you another chance since you didn't get that answer right.
You said Scotty and T-Mac.
Since you didn't get that answer right, I'm going to give you another
chance. All right, give me another.
Scottie Pippen, Grant Hill.
You know, I'm going with Scotty all day.
Oh,
I'm going with Scotty because
my Lord,
Grant was great at Duke. Lord. Grant was great at Duke. Oh. Bishop Todd's Hall's face in here. He's listening to me, and he's I don't know. Grant was great at Duke, but it's Scottie Pippen, baby. I'm telling you.
Oh my Lord.
And maybe because I'm biased because of how he did us. And if you're a real Orlando Magic fan, you should be still mad at Grant too.
Oh my Lord.
Everybody knows. What are they saying? What are they saying on the StreamYard feed?
This man says Scottie Pippen was a greater player than Tracy McGrady.
And everybody knows.
God.
And see, but this is the thing. And see, T-Mac, his individual skills came out because they had to. That's what you're talking. I get it. Let me stand up. Because they had to. He was the guy. Where Scotty wasn't the guy.
Oh.
So he had to learn how to rebound. He had to learn how to pass. He had to learn how to block out. He had to. Do you understand all the intangibles Scottie Pippen had? I love T-Mac, but he didn't have the intangibles that Scotty had as playing with the greatest player of all time, Bishop, and you know it.
So let me ask you this. We're talking. Okay, no, you got 2 wrong.
I got you. That's why you can't. I got you. That's why you can't say anything.
You just said he's the greatest
forward
of all times. Did you say that?
I did. I got you. That's why I didn't. You know what I meant. You know what I meant.
No, you got my chest hurting. That's what you.
You know what I meant.
How bad your answer is.
Oh my God.
How bad your answer is.
Okay, go.
You do know that LeBron James is a small forward. You do know that Kevin Durant is a small forward, don't you?
These are apples and oranges we're talking about.
And you call Scottie Pippen the greatest small forward.
These are apples and oranges that we're talking. You know what I meant. Everybody knows what I meant.
Glenn, let me give you something that I know you'll get right. We got to go. 1 extra minute. Talk about the Florida Classic this weekend.
Man, the Florida Classic this weekend. The Florida Classic. We had to skip last year. Florida A&M coming in at 8-2, and I think Bethune coming in at 2-8. But you can throw those records out of the window when it comes to these two. It's the Florida Classic 330. $31 million the Florida Classic pumps into the economy here in Central Florida. We're glad for it. These two great institutions, they've moved to the SWAC. The SWAC has welcomed us with open arms. We've lifted that platform of the SWAC up. We've raised that because we're there, and it's going to be a great game. Everybody wants to say this, make this claim, but we are the largest HBCU event in the country. It is not Grambling State and Southern. It is not Alabama State and Alabama A&M. It's Florida A&M and Bethune-Cookman, baby. Let's have a great Classic weekend. Thank you, Bishop.
Man, have a great weekend. Let me just end this like this. You do know that if Cookman upsets you all, it throws you out of the FCS championship.
I know. So we're going to play hard. We're going to play hard.
All right, man. Take us out.
Man. All right, man, listen, join us again, same time next week, same bat time, same bat channel in the Man Cave. I'm Glenn Allgood.
I'm BDT.
Peace.